Team Queso, so here we go. Two longtime veterans of the sport, iAmJP and RaikiJones, to kick off our King of the Hill.
Yeah, iAmJP coming out first here, which is something he did a lot in the regular season, but it did feel like as they got later on into the playoffs, into, in the last few games of the season, they started to change it up by putting Kuchi or Benny in first, just to maybe give JP a little bit more cushion.
And we saw a lot of this yesterday, Andrew, not as much during the regular season, but we are into a bit of a staring contest, snowball cycle here for JP.
And just to remind you guys what I was talking about earlier yesterday, iAmJP came out in the fourth set in the first match of the day. He was 2-0'd by Jack, and he also struggled against Hajime in King of the Hill, as did everyone on Team Queso.
Minor cannon cart behind, Baby Dragon high, Musketeer to work on the Baby Dragon.
Raiki has a 1 elixir advantage, has to meet this Musketeer, hopefully with something cheap, decides to go with Bowler. Bowler popped up a lot yesterday, but to very little success, other than when it was used perfectly in conjunction with Tornado to get some last bit of splash damage in from that boulder. And as you said, Rich, it's extended range.
Yeah, that extended range could be pretty huge, but we did see this deck struggle against Graveyard yesterday, and it looks like that might be the direction JP is going.
Yeah, the Inferno Dragon yesterday was actually pretty incredible as well. It came out as a win condition even in a couple games. A lot of people just not having as many responses they'd like to the Inferno Dragon. He was popping out of the meta a little bit more than it used to, and Zap not as popular as it was before.
Lumberjack to the right-hand side, should take the cannon cart off the wheels, but now here we go. Graveyard, Musketeer. Muskie does not get across, controlled here by RaikiJones at the bridge, and now she'll step up a little bit and help out.
Yeah, I like that play there by iAmJP. It's going to get him a shot here. 2 shots out of the Musketeer. It felt like a little bit of an overspend, but also going into double elixir, he knew that he was comfortably going to be able to get all that out on the board and those extra bits of damage in and still be in a good place elixir-wise. So that's some really, really great decision-making by JP.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting, though, because look at the ability that Raiki has to put pressure on both sides. Freezing on the right-hand side. Hunter should stop it from connecting, and it does, so death damage only. But still, it does feel like RaikiJones might be getting some momentum going his way.
Yeah, iAmJP should feel really, really confident about what he just did. RaikiJones, as you said, Rich, building a little bit of momentum, but I think JP needs to hold on to the fact of how well he defended that and remember how he did it.
Knight in front of the Inferno Dragon, so Musketeer protected nicely. Lumberjack coming in, we might see a balloon come behind this on the left-hand side. Can Raiki deal with the Hunter well enough to make that room all the way through? Bomb tower in the right-hand lane, no balloon push, instead Raiki setting up for defense against this Graveyard. Cannon cart pulled back by the NATO at the last second.
Yeah, I love that play there by JP. He made it so that RaikiJones could not do anything on the right-hand side by getting hyper-aggressive there on the left. Couldn't send in the balloon because the bomb tower was still there. Even though the Musketeer and Hunter were both out of cycle, that bomb tower plus snowball combination would have made it so that the balloon was easily manageable. And the fact that JP is so on top of his cycle right now, he can start to, not carelessly, but comfortably cycle his Hunter and his Musketeer because he's always got one of his 4 responses locked and loaded for that balloon.
Bowler in front. Will it be enough to keep these other troops alive? And it does. Lumberjack to the cannon cart. NATO pulls all that in. That's the Bowler move that Raiki wants to get done. Final minute, triple elixir. iAmJP in control and should be able to win this game. RaikiJones battling from behind.
And iAmJP needs to make sure he doesn't do what's kind of become a character trait of his, which is get too excited at the end, make a mistake in the final moments, and give away a game. We saw that yesterday. He was completely in control for what felt like 4 minutes and 59 seconds, and then he decided to go 6-man loon at the bridge in the opposite lane, I believe, and it ended up costing him the game. So right now, JP needs to be comfortable and confident in the way that he's locked this down.
He's controlled this very nicely, Andrew. I mean, between having the bomb tower, the snowball, the Musketeer, and the Hunter, so difficult for Raiki to find any way through, and JP played that very comfortably.
Exactly, and that's the type of play you and I love to see out of iAmJP, and I'm sure the entire staff of Queso as well. When you get a calm and collected iAmJP that still has that side to him, still has that edge of that big boomer bust mentality, that's the best way that you can get iAmJP.
A little scare there for JP with the raged up balloon at the end. It does not get through, and he takes the first game of King of the Hill for Team Queso.
Very important first game here.